friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into what they wish you knew, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Orion's Animal Tarot, and pile number two is Granny's Postcards Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And when pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both pile's messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the pile's messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Pile one, for those of you who chose Orion's Animal Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alright, pile one. What they wish you knew. Let's take a look, shall we? What does pile one's person wish one knew? We have the Hermit. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Oof, what's going on with your person, pile one? We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. King of Pentacles. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards. This is the Mystics Imaginarium Oracle deck. We have Seeds of Faith. Then this is Creatrix Awakened Oracle deck. We have Celestial Awakening. We have Freya with the Goddess Oracle deck. And then we have Forgiveness and Appreciate Little Things. Okay, your person's definitely going through some kind of an awakening. There's a lot of like spiritual elements that are coming through. I mean, we have mirroring of the same numbers. We have the Hermit as well. And then we have Awakening coming out. So there's definitely some kind of a massive transformation that's going on within your person. I do not think that you are in contact with this person. I don't think that they are in contact with anyone for that matter. I think that this person is very, very shut off at this point in time. First off, this connection, I'm getting that it's something to do with this connection because we have reconciliation coming through. It seems like whatever pain, whatever burden your person's carrying, it seems to be related to this connection. I feel like taking a deep breath, and I also think that's very, very indicative of your person's energy. I think that things between the two of you have just been crazy is the word that's coming through, and I don't know if your person is able to wrap their head around it. Now, for some of you, there might not even have been anything. Actually, I think that maybe just even realizing their feelings for you or realizing that they want commitment, that they want something long-term with you even could have kind of made their head spin. And for me, right now, like my head is just, honestly, it's kind of spinning a little bit. And I for myself, I'm okay. I mean, I had breakfast. I'm completely fine. But it's just, I'm feeling like the energy is very, very intense on your person's end. And so it could also just be that, pile one. It doesn't really have to be like there was a fight between the two of you. It could also just be that your person is realizing that they want something so, so beautiful with you in the future. And they're kind of imagining a different life for themselves. It's also possible that your person might have been so stuck on a particular life for themselves, like maybe, you know, okay, by the age of 25 I want to be this, and I don't think that this person ever made time for a connection or even love for their life, or even thought about settling down as well. That could be one message that's coming through. But you stepping into this person's life, Pal One, you've shown them that that's not the only option they have. There is a different option. There is another route that their life could take if they chose to. And that's very, very important. That's coming through because your person understands that this is a choice that they have. You know, it's not something that's thrust upon them, and they do have the choice to make another decision for themselves to shift their life. And that by itself is making their head spin, because I think that this person was very, very adamant that this was how they wanted their life to go. And now that life doesn't look lucrative to your person anymore. And so now what are they going to do? You know, that's where your person is at right now. What they wish you knew is that they want this with you. They really, really want this with you. So much so that they're willing to change the entire course of the life that they imagined for themselves just for you, Pal One. And that's big. That's really, really big energy. Is your person, like, to have one life or a one version of your life sorted out, and to shift your perspective into another version of your life means that you need to have substantial faith that it is going to work out, or that it is going to lead you to the same level of satisfaction as the first version that you had, or even more than that. And that's how strong their faith is about this connection. And by that, it means that they truly, truly trust this connection. And that by itself has been such a soul awakening for your person. And right now, I think that your person's just watching and thinking, okay, well, what do I do next? You know, I'm at this point where it feels like a burden to choose the path that I once thought I would never, ever, ever, and I feel like saying one more, ever, move apart from or move away from. And now that path is more of a burden to me. And now I have this other choice in front of me, and I want to take it. Life might be simpler with this choice, but I want that for myself. Maybe I'm not going to achieve all of those big things that I wanted for myself, but at least I will be with my person. And that by itself makes me so happy. It makes me infinitely happy. And I want to pursue that. I want to go that route. Yes, the success is not guaranteed, and yes, you know, we will have our ups and downs, but I want to experience that. You know, there's another layer of message coming through that your person may have kind of shunned love a little bit, or shunned connections, not just love, but even just genuine connections. They might have kind of walked away from real, authentic, genuine connections, just in the fear that, okay, you know, they might get hurt, or it's tricky to navigate. That's another message that's coming through. But now they're realizing that that is what they want. You know, it adds so much more meaning to their life, and it's a different level of fulfillment, something that they're not able to, or they're sure that they're not going to get in the first version of their life. So there's a little bit of healing going on. That's the message coming through on your person's end, like just healing through the previous narratives that they were so firm about, you know, and just shifting that. And the reason for that, the reason for this change within them, this awakening within them, is you, is absolutely you, Pal One. So it's big energies, it's big energies that your person's going through. I would not expect you to hear from this person anytime soon, just that there's a lot of inner turmoil that your person has to go through. I also think that there's a little bit of letting go of the life that they envisioned for themselves, as happy as the new version is going to make them. I think that letting go of what they thought their life or what they thought they wanted their life to be is also painful. It is. There's a layer of letting go. There's a layer of regret. There's a layer of guilt that your person has to let go as well, which is also what is going on their end. There's a lot of pain that your person's going through. As much as they are sure that they want to take this path with you, they want to reconcile. For some of you, it is reconciling. For others of you, it is choosing you and choosing this connection for the first time. As much as, you know, that they're sure about it and they're so confident that that option is what they want, there's still a version of themselves that they have to let go as well, right? There's this Ten of Swords with this particular starfish over here. I'm seeing regeneration. There's a part of themselves that they have to let go for good, and there's a new part of themselves that they have to embrace, and that by itself is very, very chaotic. It's very, very confusing, and it's also very, very painful as well, right? So that is what your person's going through. That is what they wish you knew. If you've not heard from this person, there's a very, very genuine reason why, but they're ending that cycle of, you know, I guess I would say ending a cycle of a version of the dream that no longer aligns with them. And I think your person's also understanding that it's okay that dreams change, you know, it's okay. But even that, my heart just sank when I said that. So I think that there is a little bit of pain, or I guess a lot of pain that's coming with that realization as well, that it's okay that I no longer align with that previous dream. I don't have to force myself to keep going down a path that I no longer align with. Yes, I can appreciate the fact that it was my dream at one point in time. That is how I thought my life would turn out at one point in time, but I'm different now, and there's a different dream that's coming about, and it's okay for me to pursue that. So it's first starting internally, and then your person will come forward to tell you, but this is a little bit more internal at this point. All right, let's get you maybe a message or advice that wants to come through, maybe a heads up, maybe some advice. It's meant to be, Pawan, don't worry about it. It is meant to be. I think that both of you were always meant to choose each other, all right? And I think that your person understands that. I think that you understand it as well. And I feel like saying what's meant to be will be, you know, there is nothing that, if it's not meant to be, there is nothing that you can do to bring it to reality. But if it is meant to be, then there is nothing that, you know, you can do to stop it from happening as well. And so it looks like there is part of your soul contract to, you know, at least give this a try, or at least, you know, see where this could take you. So it looks like that is coming into reality, and that's the pull that your person feels. And they wouldn't be having so much of confusion and chaos, and they wouldn't be willing to go through this amount of pain if they didn't feel the pull as strong as you did. So maybe you're doubting it, maybe you're worried, okay, are they feeling the same way? Is it mutual? And the answer coming through is yes, it is. It's possible that both of you will start out in smaller energies, so maybe it's not going to directly jump into both of you being together. Maybe it's going to be smaller steps, but it looks like your person's very, very clear, or they're starting to become very clear about which direction they want their life to go and the change in the direction. So your person is going to be the one to take lead, all right, with the King of Swords coming here. It looks like they are going to plan this out. I think it's just who they are as a person. Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy that I think that your person naturally feels comfortable in. And it might be helpful on your end to also, you know, kind of work through maybe some of your insecurities about this connection. Like maybe in the silence, maybe you feel that your person doesn't feel that way about you. Maybe it might be helpful for you to kind of see where that is coming from, where that is stemming from, and kind of work towards trusting the bond that both of you have. All right, Pawan? Okay. This is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you are looking for. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy. And I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pal 2, for those of you who chose Granny's Postcards Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, pal two. Let's see, what does your person wish you knew? Let's take a look, shall we? What does pal two's person wish pal two knew? What does pal two's person wish you knew? We have the Page of Wands, we have the Three of Cups, we have Judgment, we have Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. 888 could be significant. I also have your Oracle cards, so let's take a look. This is Mystic's Imaginarium Oracle. This is Fulfillment of Your Desires. This is Creatrix Awakened Oracle. We have the Jaguar Council. This is the Goddess Oracle deck. We have Fortuna. And then we have Negativity, and we have Invest in Self-Care. Okay. Why does your person feel like time's running out? Pal two? Have you given some kind of an ultimatum for your person? Is there some kind of decision that your person has to make with respect to this connection? And they know they can't come forward until they've made that decision? There's something about decision that's coming through very, very strongly for me, and the central theme of your reading at this point in time. I think that previously your person might have come in an energy that was kind of flip-flopping a lot. Maybe they weren't sure themselves, or the way that they were acting wasn't really confirming nor denying what they wanted from this connection. It's also possible that this might have started out more as a friends with benefits situation. It could have been like kind of one night stands, you know, started out very, very passionately, and then over time, maybe feelings started to develop. Maybe both of you started spending more time with each other, started understanding that there is something deeper to this connection that both of you have. And I think maybe you might have kind of put it forth to your person that this is how you feel now, and maybe you want something more, or your person understands that you are expecting an answer for them. You are expecting a shift in this dynamic between the two of you. The thing is, your person also wants the same, pal two. They also want the same, but I think that they might be struggling a little bit to make the decision. It looks like they need a little bit more time to come to that conclusion on their own. I also do feel a little bit pressured at this point in time, but I myself am completely okay. So if, I don't know, your person feels like they have to make a decision within a particular time frame, and they're not sure if they can make that decision within that time frame, but they're sure that they can make the decision, if that makes sense. I think that the pressure of the time running out seems to be really getting to your person. You might not have even, you know, kind of put a time frame, but I don't know, there's something about the time. Maybe you've started seeing other people and your person's worried that it's gonna run out, or it's been a while since both of you had a conversation about this, and your person is realizing that, you know, they're no longer feeling your energy, and perhaps you've moved on, perhaps you're no longer on the same page with them. They're feeling a lot more pressured at this point in time, but frankly, it is something that they want. It is something that deep down they want a shift in the dynamic as well. It looks like whatever you've been experiencing on your end, your person's very, very aware that they too have been feeling that way. They've been feeling something more in this connection. They want something a little bit more romantic in this connection, in a more romantic sense. They want, you know, more time with you. They want to spend more time with you. They want to enjoy life more with you. That's more of the energy coming through. And there is a sense in them that they want to work on this connection with you in a more serious, in a more grounded way. But like I said, I think that they're struggling to make a decision right now because either there is a time ticking, that's something that I'm hearing, or they're perceiving that time is running out for them. Now, with respect to why they're kind of struggling at this point in time and what they wish you knew, I think that your person, I mean, because we have embraced the unexpected over here and we have negativity coming out at the same time. And I feel that your person's worried that even if you do maybe work on this connection, like both of you, maybe it's not going to go the way that you both expect it to. Maybe it's going to lead to more pain. Maybe it's going to break down. Maybe things are going to be so unexpected that both of you might not be able to handle it. You know, there's so many different fears that are coming through in your person, and it kind of feels like they're in a dark tunnel at this point in time. But one thing that I'm seeing is that there is light. I think that your person is slowly coming or walking towards the light, where they're kind of handling all of these dark thoughts that they're having, or just, you know, negative thoughts that are not aligned, thoughts that are working against what they intuitively feel as well. And it looks like your person is running away from the fears that once might have been kind of plaguing them from making a decision or holding them back from making a decision, because I think that both of you have so much of fun. You know, it's not just passion, but it's also so much of fun that both of you have together. And it might even be like this person's ideal kind of relationship, you know. I think that in the past they might have, I don't know why this is such a random thought that's coming through, but in the past they might have thought that, oh, okay, well, if you're in like a committed relationship, then you lose all passion. Or if there is fun between the two of you, then there can't be passion. One of the two, you know, if there's passion, then there's no fun. It's, you know, you can't have fun in a more like a grounded way. That could also be a thought that's coming through. Please take that as it resonates. But I feel a lot of hesitation about that thought as well, because I think your person's understanding that this connection has it all. You know, there is passion between the two of you, but there's also fun. There's also like the core of your connection is also friendship. There is also a very, very strong soul connection between the two of you. And that's something that's so priceless, you know. That's something that's actually very, very rare. If you actually take a look at, you know, most of the relationships out there, romantic ones, oftentimes it's understandable why your person feels like, okay, one part of it's always missing, but with you they have it all, you know. And that by itself motivates your person, and that by itself is calming your person down. And no shade to other relationships. I think that there are different kinds. I think that it satisfies different needs of people. So no shade to certain types of relationships that exist. Maybe it is aligning with what the specific person is. I have no idea why I'm justifying myself at this point in time, but maybe your person feels like they need to justify why they're going to choose this connection, or why they feel called to move toward this connection. But the reality is that both of you actually have it all. And just from like their perspective as well, they're very, very aware that it is rare. It is actually very, very rare to find a connection that has passion, that has friendship, that has love, that has this very, very deep soul connection between the two. To have it all in one connection, it's beautiful. And your person's understanding that they want to work towards it, that they want to give. There's a beautiful kind of synergy between the two of you. It's just like both of you just mesh, you know, both of you just kind of come together in a way that transcends, you know, lifetimes. So it's possible that this could be a soul connection of some kind, or your person feels that soul pull, that soul call towards you, and that is what they wish you knew. At this point in time, I think that the perceived time kind of ticking, yeah, that seems to be I'm freezing. I froze at this point in time. So I feel like your person might be freezing because they know that they have to make a decision, but deep down, you are where your person wants to get to. How to, all right? You are where your person wants to get to, but maybe when they stop feeling like they have to make a decision within a particular span of time, yeah, maybe once that fear kind of gets out, that I'm seeing, like, I don't know how to explain this, Patu, but it's kind of like a shadow on them. And maybe once that shadow kind of goes away, your person will feel more comfortable to make that decision, because right now it feels like they're making a decision under pressure. It feels like that to them, and they don't want to make a decision like that. So I think that once they start to figure out that, oh, okay, well, I can take my time to make my decision, and I can make my own choices. Yeah, once your person steps into that energy, it looks like they will make that decision because their eyes on you, their eyes on this connection, and they know how rare a connection like this is. That it's just about that pressure kind of being taken off them. For some of you, it is self-inflicted. For others of you, it could be an actual pressure on them, but it looks like the minute the pressure is off, they will make that decision. All right, that is what they wish you knew. So a little bit of more focused inwards at this point in time. I'm not surprised if you've not heard from this person or they're just completely spaced out. I am feeling that energy a little bit, but I think that they're just focusing a little bit more inward at this point in time. One advice for Pal 2, please. The more you, the more you want this person to make a decision, and it doesn't matter if you've not told them anything, but the more you want this person to make a decision, the more it adds pressure to them, Pal 2. And it's not even something that you say, it's even just the energy, just the energetic pressure as well. Like I said, I felt a shadow, right? So it could just be the energetic pressure coming from you. So take a step back, all right? Pal 2, you don't have to say anything to this person, to be very honest with you. Just even you taking a step back, allowing this person to be, just allowing them to come to their own conclusions in their own time, you focusing on yourself, you focusing on your life, that by itself shifts the energy of the connection. It kind of takes away that shadow that's on them at this point in time, because it feels like to your person, it feels like, even though you've not said anything, like I'm not calling you out at this point, Pal 2, but you know, sometimes people can feel, you know, that pressure. They can feel it, and it's kind of like, you know, how when someone's watching you and you're not looking at them, but you can feel their eyes on you. Yeah, that's the energy that's coming through. All right. So what do you do in a situation like that when it makes the other person feel uncomfortable or it makes them feel pressured? You look somewhere else. Focus on other aspects of your life. Find joy. Find excitement in other aspects of your life. All right. It could also be invest in self-care, could also be for you as well. You know, maybe it's time for you to focus inwards, to shift that energy back into yourself so that your person doesn't feel your energy on them as well. So that's the message that's coming through, Pal 2. Like you might not even have said a word, all right, Pal 2? You might like start feeling a little bit defensive because I'm feeling that energy coming through. You might feel defensive and say, I haven't even said a word, but no, it's the energy that you're in, you know, that people, like the other person, especially when there is a soul connection like this, it's possible for your other person to figure it out, to understand that you are waiting for an answer or you're expecting things to go a certain way. And that by itself, those expectations can create the pressure, a very, very undercurrent of pressure, which I think that your person is struggling to make a decision under that pressure at this point in time. So let go, you know, just take a step back, focus on yourself, shift all of that energy back to yourself, and that by itself will give some breathing space for your person to figure out what exactly, like kind of the way that I'm seeing it is when they feel your energy on them, I think that their mind gets kind of clogged, but the minute your energy is off them, it kind of, their mind kind of spaces out, and it gives them that bandwidth to think about what they want and to come to their own conclusions. All right, so take your energy off of them. I know that that's a very funny way of putting it, but put that energy, if you don't know where to put that energy back to yourself, put it into creative pursuits. Being around fire, of course, please take care of yourself, but fire helps you transmute energy, all right? So that might be helpful in case there's just so much of energy that you might be investing in this connection, whether you know it or not. Shift that creative energy, shift it into creative energy. That's a beautiful way. Being around fire, and of course being careful around fire as well, that could be another way to help you manage that, the intensity of that action. I'm also getting water, so if you're feeling like it's just too much of energy and you just want it to kind of be taken away from you, immerse yourself in water. Of course, again, please be careful, but also, you know, set that intention while you are being around water, that please take that energy away from me. And it works. It actually does work because everything is energy at the end of it. All right. Okay, yes, deep breath that I took over there. So I think that maybe you might be struggling a little bit on your end, Pal 2, with respect to the intensity of emotions, the intensity of energy. That I said emotions twice, right? Probably a lot of emotions coming through, but the intensity of energy, if you're not sure what to do with it, transmute it, always shift. I mean, that is one of the laws of physics as well, right? Energy can't be created nor destroyed, but it can be kind of transformed from one form to the other. So make use of that, take advantage of that, shift it to something else that will equally ignite that intensity within you, so that you feel like, okay, that energy is being expended somewhere. So it could be creative pursuits, it could be like dancing, music, art. It could also, just be painting. That's also another message that's coming through. Could be stitching. Yeah, so many messages coming through, but take that as it resonates for your situation specifically. All right, and yeah, I really hope that this helps you, Pal 2. So I really hope that this brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send, and watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. How to? Take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.